My fellow American residents, good day to you. My name is Paul Muckle, and I have something very, very important and urgent to say to all of you. As a matter of fact, this involves our financial and national security. This is no gimmick, please. This is no attempt to get attention to myself. What I'm going to say to you, I have to share it to you because I am my brother's keeper, and what my brother doesn't know can hurt him. And they're using what you don't know to hurt you. If you have a subprime home mortgage loan, you need to listen up very keenly. If you bought securities attached to the subprime debt, you need to listen up too. If you are a taxpayer whose money is going to bail out Wall Street, you really need to listen up. And Mr. President Obama, enough respect to you. Yeah, big up. You need to listen up too. As a matter of fact, Mr. President, if you give me a chance, I'll put it this way. You don't have to spend $1 of taxpayers' money to buy any of those toxic loans. I repeat, Mr. President, if you give me a chance, okay, if you hold off on buying those toxic loans and you give me a chance, I promise you, right here, on camera, I promise you, I will hand deliver to you every single subprime loan with an adjustable rate interest. Let me repeat that, sir. If you give me a chance, I will hand deliver to you every single subprime home mortgage loan, because I, Paul Muckle, do swear under the pains of perjury that I have in my possession evidence, internal bank files, internal documents from the vaults of Wells Fargo, from an investment and loan, U.S. Bank National Associates, Society General. I have authentic internal bank document which proves that investment firms on Wall Street, foreign investment firms on Wall Street, in cahoots with the United States mortgage industry, who conspire with AIG, Goldman Sachs, and all those mortgage rating firms. They conspired to defraud the people and the government of the United States of America of money and property. I, Paul Muckle, do hereby swear that I have in my possession evidence to prove that their intent was not just to rob people, but to cause chaos in our streets, to use our courts to throw us out into our own street, out of our own houses. I have the evidence to prove that, and if you all give me a chance, I will prove it under the pains of being publicly humiliated. Yeah, December 5th, 2008, I received a package in the mail from one of the attorneys, and when I opened it, I almost fainted. Never in my life have I ever seen so much fraud. I mean, listen, they sent me internal bank documents. I talk about log notes, approval forms. I mean, they sent me the blueprint. It's a blueprint, okay? They sent me the blueprints that was used to design the collapse of the mortgage industry and the United States economy with it. I mean, I have signatures of loan executive, senior manager, underwriter, managers. I mean, these people passing notes. I mean, they were passing instructions back and forth to each other and the broker of how to commit mortgage fraud. I mean, they were telling them what to do to secure these loans. And I mean, people, this evidence should have been shredded, burnt, then taken to a plane and scattered over the ocean. I mean, wow. You're going to be shocked when you're seeing this. I mean, mortgage fraud. Wow. I mean, these attorneys, there's no way on earth they could have known what they were sending me. They couldn't have looked at those documents, because if they did, they would have realized that they would prove in my case. I mean, every single allegation I made against them, I had the evidence. I mean, these people were taking out secret loans. Okay, listen to me, Kinney. They was taking out secret loans out of the equity in your house. After the loan was originated, right? And this is how your mortgage note goes up. Listen very keenly. After the loan are originated, okay, your lender have to transfer these loans over to the investor on Wall Street, because your lender, they're just a mule. They all they do is originate the loan. They don't own the loan. Okay, don't be fooled. They don't own the loans. It's the investor on Wall Street that owns that funds these loans. So because the lender, there's a deal, the lender have to securize these loans to protect the investor from loss, because they know that they already falsify your income, so they have to have these little assurances in place. So the seller who is really the one who fund the loan, he requires that Wall Street, that your lender pays protection that they're not have losses. So the seller is allowed 6% of the loan amount. Okay, 6% of the loan amount, and they will take this 6% and use it to pay AIG to falsify the ratings of this mortgage. They pay AIG illegal, unlawful private mortgage insurance, and they pay AIG to turn a blind eye to the fact that these mortgages are the product of fraud. AIG, Goldman Sachs, all those little firms that rate mortgages as AAA, they was all on the take. Because to rate a mortgage, right, you have to look at the borrower's ability to repay. So you have to look at their credit history. You have to look at their how much money they make, and to do this, you have to have all the loan documents that was used to originate the loan. Now, listen, man. You don't have to know mortgage law to look at these documents and to tell that they're the product of fraud, because nothing matches up. Okay, these documents they sent me, nothing matches up. I mean, it's plain on the face mortgage fraud. So if you're telling me that AIG and Goldman Sachs and all these companies who's supposed to rate these mortgage for securitization, if they look at the loan application and all these documents that they cannot tell is fraud, they did not look at the documents. They just actually, this is how they did it. The mortgage was packaged in bulk. I mean, up to 7,000 homes in one package. Who's going to look at thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pages of loan documents for up to 7,000 mortgages? So these mortgages were sent in bulk. So what they were done electronically. So what AIG and these companies were doing was giving blanketed insurances. Okay, they were rating these mortgages in blanketed ways. They was not checking these documents. Don't be fooled. Okay. So there was giving blanketed insurances, and it costs up to 6% of the loan amount to do this. So what the lender was doing, they was taking your appraisal, and if you borrow, let's say you borrow $329,000, and your property value was only $329,000, it needs 6% more, which would be about maybe $20-something thousand. They would up the appraisal of your property to that $20,000 and take the equity out, the 6% equity of your property, and use that money to securitize your loan. So now what this was doing is they were driving up the prices of real estate, driving up the value of your property, driving up the market. That's why you see the market was going up so much, because they was actually falsifying the appraisal value of your property, so driving the value up. Now think about it. If someone is fraudulently driving the value of something up, what will happen when it reaches a peak and there's really no equity in your property? The market it's gonna crash. The bottom gonna fall out. I mean, every day the bucket goes to the well. One day the bottom gonna fall out, and that's what's happening now. The bottom is falling out because we know that our property are upside down. We have upside down mortgages because the lender was falsifying the value of property. Straight up.